What's up, Radio? Shea Tree Surgeon here at Gator Ford in Seffner. Once again with Shay Lisi over there and my man, the fat and furious one, who's the not so fat and furious one because he's literally lost more than an entire Shay Lisi. He was definitely the fat and furious one when I met him, but now that he's dropped Shay Lisi and a big bag of dog food worth of weight, the not so fat but definitely still furious one. We're up here at Gator Ford for, I don't need an excuse to come out here and hang out with Mike. Everybody here is a rider. How many guys you got who ride here? We got 18 guys here who ride. Everyone through the service department, from owner of the dealership rides, doesn't he? Listen up, baby. You might own a Ford dealership, but you still ride a motorcycle. I think that's just about all right. Everyone in the service department rides. Mike actually took a trainer down here to train his entire service department and teach him how to ride defensively and go through this huge training course for a bunch of different reasons. The biggest one being they like bike around here. The second one being he cares about his guys, man. He wants them to learn how to ride better, and it's a fun thing that they can all do together. And I think third of all, which I brought this up, he didn't, is the less motorcycle accidents they get in, the less time they're in the hospital and they don't have to call out of work. So either way, a good investment. Mike called us up because he does a lot of donations to the Forgotten Angels. He helps out a lot with charity, and it's not just Forgotten Angels. They do tons of charity work here at Gator Ford. If you've ever been at one of the work parties and eaten a pizza, my man Mike sent it, I promise you that. So when it came time for the next raffle bike, when it came time to follow up the Ducati, which we were kind of at a loss, Shay and myself were sitting here going like, how the hell are we going to follow up giving away the Multistrada and the Dung Beetle? Which, you know, the Dung Beetle we could follow up, but how are we going to follow up the Multistrada? What were we going to do about that? And I think Fat and Furious one over there kind of was feeling the same way. So he called me up and he goes, why don't you go ahead and pick up my own personal Dyna here that's completely outfitted, tricked out, and built by him. Why don't you come up here to Gator Ford, grab that, and follow up the Multistrada with this motorcycle. And you know what? Sounds like a good idea to me. I would say big man, big heart, but you know, he's not quite as big as he used to be. This Dyna is tricked out. Now, it's not his only bike, you know, he's not giving up his only motorcycle here. Another very cool thing about Gator Ford is the motorcycle bay. You know, they got a lot of car bays over here, but Mike makes sure that him and the boys have a place to work on their bikes here. You know it's a dealership full of riders when they have their own personal place to work on motorcycles at the car dealership. This motorcycle was built by Mike, by the Fat and Furious one, here at Gator Ford with his own hands. Might be another motorcycle in his garage now. You know, he might be replacing this with something, but whether he's replacing it with something or not, it doesn't really matter. My man here still said, I want to help out Forgotten Angels. Gator Ford wants to help out Forgotten Angels. Beautiful. We're going to go over everything it has here in a little bit, but we're also going to walk around here at Gator Ford because even though we all love motorcycles, sometimes we have to drive a truck. Like, it does happen. I want to make sure that you guys know what they have to offer here, and this is not, nobody asked me to do this. I actually told Mike, I said, hey, I want to walk around Gator Ford, show what they have to offer here, and show off the place because you guys are doing such an amazing thing for Forgotten Angels. The first thing out of his mouth was, you don't have to do that. That's not why I'm doing this. First thing out of his mouth. But we're gonna do it anyway because I bought my truck here, and I didn't buy my truck here because of any other reason than it was the best deal in Florida. I didn't know Mike from Adam. I didn't know anybody here. I didn't know anybody here rode. It just happened to be a very happy accident, and we've had an awesome relationship with these guys ever since, and they've been helping out Forgotten Angels and doing amazing things in the Tampa Bay community, the Florida community, and also nationwide. So let's save this for a second later and go check out Gator Ford for a minute. That's a lineup I can get behind. A little light, but we got a couple of street glides here that are all decked out. Is this one yours? Black one's my service director's. Dang, hell yeah. And a Yamaha R6, another touring bike back there. And of course, you know, no big deal, just a mint Fox body Mustang hanging out too. As Kyle pointed out, everywhere you look around here, there's a lot of Fords, of course, but there's also just motorcycles everywhere at this dealership. Like I said, sometimes we have to drive trucks. We can't always ride our motorcycles, but you can definitely tell it's pro two wheels around here. There's a lot of dealerships out there, and they're all selling a similar product. You make your choices by the people who work there, and the people who work here are awesome. I like it a lot. Let's check out and see the difference between getting into our truck, that is still our truck. Yeah, no, that's the same as ours. Well, no, it's not the same at all. But yes, it's the same truck. Look in there and you're like,
get in it, because then I'm not going to want to ever get back in our truck.
What do you think? A little different?
I don't want to think.
You don't want to think? Thinking's not a great quality in women, if you ask me. Girls started thinking they wouldn't spend any more time with me. Damn, yeah, this is nice, dude. It's so much nicer than blockheads. Something you really don't see is there's only a few of these in the country. Everglades edition of the Bronco. Talking to Fat and Furious one, Mike over there, and he goes like, yeah, dude, when I saw this one out there available, I just had to put it on the floor, because guess what? When you can go to work and you can see cool stuff on the floor, even if somebody else is eventually gonna buy it, that's pretty freaking awesome. Can we trade our truck in for this? No, we gotta quadruple our money. Quintuple maybe, if we live in here, yes. Just saying, you know, we're not gonna lie here and say it's freaking affordable. This is a luxury automobile. This thing is freaking set up, boy. I was saying the Multistrada was the nicest bike we've given away, besides ones that were donated by Bert's, but the Multistrada might be beat, depending on who you ask. Some people would still pick the Multi. I don't know, man. It's gonna be neck and neck between this one and the Multi for the nicest thing we've given away. I just wanted to ride back here again real quick, because sitting here, I'm trying to be like, yo, Gator Ford is awesome, and I'm sitting here showing off nothing but like $90,000 trucks, which are awesome, don't get me wrong, but the lot extends a lot further than $90,000 SVT Raptors. Okay, I know the biggest thing they do here is fleet vehicles, so they got a lot of like ones with the bed off them for box trucks and freaking the XLs, which is what I like. Actually, I wanted to get an XL truck when we bought ours. The problem is both me and Shay Lisi have to drive it, so we needed seats that went up and down. But they got fleet vehicles out the wazoo. They got used vehicles out here like crazy. Like I said, when we bought the truck, it was the best deal in Florida. I didn't know these guys from Adam. I had no idea that our relationship was going to turn into what it is now. I was just looking for the best deal I could find on a pickup truck. I like it. They got the Gator Ford test track back here for the Broncos. I don't want to go too off-road here, but oh, I love it, dude. I don't know if Shay Lisi's gonna want it. Oh, and all of a sudden I'm glad it has those Legend suspension on it. Shay Lisi's cussing me right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Shay. All right, let's get off the freaking Bronco test track. I don't think it's any place for motorcycles. Well, at least not these motorcycles anyway. This is really cool though. We're gonna take the easy way out though, okay? I'll come back here with the Dirtster and I'll do the test track properly. The quicksand track over here too? Yeah, I definitely need the Dirtster to come back for this. I ain't taking the giveaway Dyna through it, that's for sure. Anyway, before Shay Lisi freaking cusses me out here for making her go through that on her gold wing. Oh, let's go ahead and get out of here. I just wanted to be like, hey, you know, Gator Ford ain't all $90,000 SVTs. They got cars and trucks for normal folks like me and you as well. These are always my favorite kind of relationships to build. Ones where I didn't know it was gonna happen, and ones where it's not because I got, you know, a deal specifically given to me because of YouTube or something like that. They're just ones that got built because we all like motorcycles and we all like doing stuff for charity. It's pretty damn cool, man. And when your service department and your sales force is full of dudes who ride motorcycles too, those are the people I want to do business with anyway. We got no speedometer right now, but Mike told me what was up with it. It's an easy fix once we get the thing home. Ooh. Yeah, I like this. Just fine, baby. Speedos? Who needs speedometers? We don't need no speedometers around here. Man, that's like somebody counting how many beers you had. That just sounds like no fun at all. Ain't nothing to put me in a bad mood like someone saying, do you know how many beers you've had? No, I don't know how many beers I had. I just know I'm having a good time. Just like, no, I don't know how fast I was going. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun, baby. But yes, we will actually fix the speedometer for whoever wins the bike, don't worry. This thing is like decked out in thrash and supply stuff. We'll do a full once over the build later. Never ridden a bike with these, especially with Ford, these little thrash and supply mini floorboards. And I'm surprised that I thought I wasn't gonna like them. I did not think I was gonna like these, but now that I have my feet on the Fords with these little mini floorboards, this is freaking awesome, dude. It's perfect. Let's sigh. Another awesome motorcycle for me to fall in love with, and then it gets given away. I'm just kidding. Actually, getting to ride around these motorcycles is one of the most awesome perks ever. Let me tell you, I don't know about y'all, but Shade Tree Surgeon, I'm a man who knows how to take his perks when they come up, baby. I've been accused of a lot of things in my life, but being shy, that ain't one of them. When it came to building this bike, the Fat and Furious one did not spare many expenses, that's for sure. Even I'm getting surprised by stuff on this build. Shay Lisi was looking at the front light and said, hey, I kind of like that. I really like the look of that, man. We should put one of those on the Green Goblin. And then I looked up the light that's on the front of this bike, and it is $650. That's some kind of light, man, that Baja designs. I've had daily driver motorcycles and cars that cost less than the headlight on this motorcycle. That's wild. Oh, this thing freaking goes all right. Not surprising, seeing as my man Mike has replaced every bit of suspension on it. This thing handles like a dream. Everything, even down to all these turn signal buttons, are all freaking brand new. Dude, if I was just to add up the headlight, the bars, the risers, the triple trees, I mean, we're already looking at more than my budget for most builds that I do. Gotta say though, it makes for an awful nice bike. And I kept saying, outside of the bikes that Bert has donated, the Ducati Multistrada that I donated has been the nicest bike that we've ever given away. Now, this motorcycle is older. It's an early 2000s Dyna. But with all of the upgrades on this motorcycle right now, I think if you just not even took the motorcycle, but just took all the upgrades that Mike put on it, the Legend suspension, all the powder coating, crash and supply bars and riser, Baja design, headlights, turn signals, everything. Got an upgraded triple tree up there. All the clear view parts on the side, all the see-through parts so you can see the inner workings, that freaking Trask Moto 2-in-1. I think that all the parts, if you add them all up on this motorcycle, are actually worth more, at least brand new, they're worth more than the entire price of my 2014 Ducati Multistrada. That's wild. Love it or hate it, man. If you want to make a Dyna Bro Dyna that looks like this, it ain't cheap, baby. Oh, except it's cheap in this case because it could be yours for 25 bucks. I always say it leading up to the camp out. I don't care how loud your bike is or how many wheelies it does. Be nice to our neighbors when you're coming up to the campground, because happy neighbors, that will let us continue to do this camp out without a hitch. And I'd really like to continue to do the camp out. It's a lot of fun. And I understand the exuberance. I understand getting close to your destination and wanting to serenade the whole neighborhood in a triumphant song of your people and rev bomb every single family out here. Just let's keep it cool, and we'll save all our celebrations once we're on the property. Up and down that street it's 25, on this one it's 15, man. Lots of families live out here. There's kids playing, there's dogs playing. Just be respectful, man. It's not that hard. I appreciate the hell out of it too.
Just dead may never die, but rises again, harder and stronger.
All right, back up at the ride factory with the boys. Hard at work, man. Hard at work, hard at lurk over here. So I'm not gonna bug them for too long. We're still going. We're still working on having Barf Party Vomit Comet Rising back for the camp out. Not only that, but they're gonna make the Vetter box is going to work. It's going to have working lights and working brake lights. You look at this bike, you look at what a shit heap it is. Well, everything I did to it anyway. You've got this big old, 124 cubic inch polished chrome engine, super trap exhaust, big old beefy Brock's Performance swing arm. And what's crazy to me, all these fancy performance parts on old Barf Party slowly turning into the Vomit Comet, and also just like 21st century Moto Gadget wiring. This bike is going to be the definition of a sleeper. Except not really a sleeper, because you can definitely tell what's going on under the hood. Oh, well, sorry, under the proverbial hood.
Surprise, motherfucker.
About to roll out on the Dyna Bro Special, the Fat and Furious One's bike over here that's now getting raffled off and can be your Dyna Bro Special, filling every single one of your California dreams, no matter what state you live in. Comes complete with a set of Vans and some high socks, because the higher the sock, the downer the fool. And Shaylisi is riding out today on a bike that could not get more opposite of that one. I mean, I guess you could get a little more opposite of that one, but got a 125cc single cylinder over here. It's going to be riding next to the cool kid's bike. It's like the jock in high school, but he secretly has friends who play Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what this is like. But don't tell anybody, okay, or I'll beat you up. Don't pretend like you know me in the hallway. Okay, this is our little secret. Electron powered, baby. Kind of funny, man. One of these motorcycles is about as nerdy as you can get. The Trail 125, man. That bike, we were in high school, it would definitely have taped together glasses. And this Dyna, this bike is arguably, of course, about as cool guy as you get, and it would definitely be a jock in high school. Well, and that the cool thing about motorcycles is you can be a total nerd and still love a Dyna and ride around on one. That doesn't matter at all. And you can be a total tough guy jock and ride around on a Trail 125. Ain't no one gonna blink at at you. I kind of dig that, man. If it's got 2 wheels and a motor, I'm gonna find something I like about it. Well, let's go ahead and see if Shayleese can maintain interstate speeds once again on the Trail 125. It can do it, but it has a lot to do with what kind of headwind you're running into, because just a small breeze, if you're running into a headwind and it's just a small breeze, that's the difference between being able to do 65 and 50 miles an hour on the trail. Looks like she's got 55 all right back there. Can we do 60? Maybe the air's too thick today, but she's not doing better than 50 miles an hour behind me, and 50, that ain't fast enough for the speed limit. 65. I know the minimum is 40, but trust me, here in Florida, if you're only doing 40 miles an hour and the speed limit's 65, that ain't fast enough. Oh, well, we gave it a shot, but you know, what can you do? The trail, it just is not made for highways. It really isn't, man. Don't get me wrong, I like bike, and I love the Trail 125 just as much as I love any other motorcycle, but if Shayleese is gonna go ahead and keep up with me on this Dyna, something tells me she's gonna need just a little bit more jam. And we've got just the thing sitting out here, Forgotten Angels. Welcome home, y'all. Yeah, we got a little surprise out here for you guys. It's not a surprise for Shay. She knows what's happening. It's a surprise for y'all, though. You see, this Dyna right here, this is not the only motorcycle we're giving away in this raffle.
No, there is another.
A New Hope, and if you watch Mr. Sunday Movies, Caravan of Garbage, nicknamed Blue Harvest. That's right, it's yet again a double giveaway. Not pick one and the other one stays. We are giving both of these motorcycles away. This 1991 FXR, we've got Black Thunder and White Lightning over here. You know, working title, Blue Harvest. 2 motorcycles, white and black. White Lightning, Black Thunder, also known as Walt and Lock. Choose wisely. 2 pieces occupy the board, light and dark. And if you get that and you got my Blue Harvest jokes and everything else, then you're a huge nerd and I like you even more.
Help me find my boy.
Both of these bikes are awesome. I'm super excited about it. We wanted to do something special for the camp out. The camp out's coming up. We're gonna pull the winners live, and I was like, man, we've been giving away a lot of cool bikes, a lot of good stuff, and even some of the bikes we've given away, someone might have wanted more than either of these 2 bikes, but these 2 bikes are special to me. I think they're freaking awesome, and I think they're worthy of pulling tickets live on stage for. By the way, the pictures are not going to do that. The ghost flames on this justice, they're so good. Just iridescent gold ghost flames on white. I really, really dig it. Yeah, they're not showing up on camera. Just like, you know, this bike is not going to look as cool on camera as it is in person either. And you don't have to be present at the camp out to win. We are giving both of these away. You get to pick between either this Dyna over here. Are you a Dyna bro, or are you an old school FXR tough guy? It's up to you. Both these bikes, I just love the way they do it because they're opposites. We've got white rims, white bike, and then we've got these black and gold over here. White and gold, black and gold. I think it works freaking perfectly, and for a lot of people, it'd be a pretty hard choice. And when I say you got to choose between these 2 bikes, we're pulling 2 tickets, so you have 2 chances to win. But I will tell you, only the first ticket gets to choose. The first ticket gets to choose the bikes, and then whoever gets the second ticket, well, the choice is already made for you. But with either of these bikes, I wouldn't call either of the winning tickets a loser. Oh, we've been spending some time on a Dyna. Let's go take this FXR for a rip. Something I never have to be talked that much into. I always love that familiar feeling of hopping on an FXR, baby. Oh yeah. The guy we got this from did tell me it's got a EV27 cam and a couple other things done to it, so there's a little scoot to it, baby. I don't think it's going to be as fast as the 88 twin cam. Well, maybe it's fast because it is a lighter bike. And with Shayleese on it, because this has mids, so it's short people friendly. With Shayleese on it, it's definitely going to be faster than the twin cam. But if the weight limits were equal in person, I don't know, man. I don't know how much lighter an FXR is than a Dyna. The FXR is a physically smaller bike, so it's one of those things like if you're a really big guy, you might want the Dyna, man. You've got more room on it. I'm 6'1", 300 pounds. I don't feel uncomfortable at all on an FXR. I'm just saying that the Dyna is a physically larger motorcycle than the FXR is. A FXR falls somewhere in between a Sportster and a Dyna. I think for a lot of people, it might not even be between a Dyna and FXR they would pick. It's between a twin cam or an Evo. Both of them got fans, and both of them are capable of going very, very fast with the right parts. Dude, I'm pretty sure this is the nicest FXR I've ever ridden. Oh yeah, I like that. I'm pretty sure this is the nicest FXR I've ever been on. Now, old 92, previously, that Extreme Salim from up north that he won, that was previously the nicest FXR I've ever ridden, and that bike is still really nice, but old White Thunder over here, White Lightning, old White Lightning over here, this is nice, man. And I hate to say it because I loved old 92, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it, baby. It's gonna go ahead and edge it out as the nicer motorcycle, man. It's, arguably, I guess. I love how clean it is. The guy chose to go with no speedometer, which I love. Motorcycles don't need speedometers. In my opinion, if you're building a custom bike like this and you leave it off, I'm like, good for you, man. If you win it, you can get a GPS speedometer that you can just, clip on it somewhere. Or you can wire in an original one. That's your call. But how clean this motorcycle looks, like this front view here with the internally wired bars, no speedometer, I love that. Now, the guy we got this bike from just really did everything right, in my opinion. Oh, it go good, it handle good, it look good, baby. I like bike, and I like this bike a lot. I don't think I'll ever have more of a favorite motorcycle than an FXR. That'd be real tough, baby, real tough. Not like that's an unpopular opinion. Obviously, people love FXRs, and just immediately I'm like, yeah, I don't want to give this. We're giving this one away. I can't keep all the bikes. And even though we did buy this bike to give away because I wanted to do something special for the camp out, make sure we had a really awesome prize. Well, dueling prizes, the Dyna and the FXR. Yeah, we're definitely giving this one away. Someone's going to win a righteous bike. Either one is going to be righteous, the Dyna or the FXR. They're both done up, but not done. And that's kind of the cool thing about Harley is this has got flames on stuff like that. You might not like this paint job. Some people won't like a white bike, or they won't like the white rims. I think they look awesome. They look like sneakers almost to me. But if you don't like that, hey baby, you just imagine that you're buying a raffle ticket for the other one. Or no matter which one you choose, or no matter which one gets assigned to you, if your name gets pulled second, they're both amazing freaking motorcycles, that's for sure. So putting myself in the shoes of a winner, it would still, even though I love FXRs, it would still be kind of a tough choice, man. I guess it would depend on what else I got in the stable. Like if I had no bike whatsoever and I won one, or if I had a bike that was like, older that needed replacing, I might choose the Dyna just because, man, twin cams are stone reliable. So are Evos. Evos will run forever, but Evos still need a little more tender love and care than a twin cam does. Not a whole lot more, but a little more. Those twin cams, man, they're as reliable as a stone hammer. It would still be a tough choice though. Now, if I already had a nice bike, if I, let's say, had like a Softail in the garage or something, like a newer Milwaukee 8 Softail, I'd probably go with the FXR just because it's a great addition to that bike. Like the Weekend Ripper, the freaking Bar Hopper, the one that you take out to bike night, you know what I mean? Because I'm just imagining this bike underneath like nighttime lights, this paint coming alive, hanging out at bike night, cruising for sliz, baby. Not that you couldn't cruise for it on the Dyna, you could definitely could, but yeah, I'm just imagining this thing under nighttime. I don't know, man. Like I said, it would be a insanely difficult choice, but I don't have to make it. One of you guys has to make it. I'm not saying I'm happy I don't have to make that decision. I would love to be able to make that decision, but I'm not exactly allowed to enter my own raffle. Oh, it's not my raffle. It's Forgotten Angels raffle, but you know what I mean. I don't actually enter the raffle, so I will not get to make that choice, but somebody else will, and got a pretty tough choice in front of you, but it's a tough choice that's a fun one, not a bad one. It's crazy to just ride an FXR that just feels like perfect. It doesn't feel like a brand new bike because it's not a brand new bike, but it feels as close to it as you can get, man. It's just like absolutely needs nothing. That was why we got it. This needs nothing. Nothing. Not one little oil leak, not one scratch, not one like the bike is just fine. It's fine, right? It stops, it goes, it looks good, it handles great. This bike is just ready. It's just ready to go, baby. Now that I'm on the FXR, I don't want to get off the FXR, but I gotta head back to Forgotten Angels because Shalice's actually dropping off the Trail 125, so it's there for the camp out as our shop truck, and she can't ride the Dyna because the Dyna's just a little too tall and the forwards are a little too forward. I've got to ride the Dyna back. I don't complain. The Dyna's a freaking amazing bike, so it's like, not very much complaints. I'm just like, now I'm on the FXR and I don't want to get off of it. Luckily, I will soon have my FXR fix bikes back. Yes, I will be riding the FXR to the camp. Barring some sort of disaster or something unforeseen, I will be riding the FXR to the camp out. The FXR, Barf Party, Vomit Comet, reborn, baby. And I don't want to get off this bike, and I already love it, but you know, old Barf Party will go a long way to putting some salve on those wounds. When I pull the winning ticket for this motorcycle and I call that person on the phone, or I don't know, maybe they'll be in the crowd, whenever I call that person up, it hurts to give away this one just a little bit, but it'll hurt a whole lot less knowing that after I throw the keys to some lucky bastard and they get to ride away on White Lightning, I'll have Barf Party waiting for me. You can be 6 foot and up and ride either of these bikes, but the FXR is definitely short person friendly. It's gonna be hello, goodbye, Forgotten Angels. We gotta rush on home because we got videos to edit. Dude, hell yeah. Out on the Surons and the Doodlebugs, you know it's Sunday. Yeah, even though these two bikes are badass, I don't want to lose sight of why we're doing this. We're doing this for Forgotten Angels. We're doing this for those who never even got a chance. For all those young men and women out there aging out of foster care, got let down, a lot more than let down, abused, whatever you want to call it, by their family that was assigned to them at birth. Then the system that's supposed to help them when they fail them, that system failed them too. So they never even got chance number one. They never even got a chance to fail, let alone a chance to succeed. That's what we're doing this for. That's what the raffle tickets are for. You know, it's 25 bucks. 25 bucks might win you one of these bikes. That's not about the bikes. It's about what that money's going to do. It's about taking what we're doing here in Florida and spreading it across the nation because it needs it. Somebody's got to do something. And I never ever thought that I could ever be involved in something that could actually make a difference in this world. And I'm sure a lot of you guys never thought y'all could be involved in something that could actually change the world. But guess what? I'm telling you, you can. And your $25, all of us, just a few people, just a few thousand people, that's all that's ever even bought raffle tickets. There's less than 10,000 people who've ever bought raffle tickets, period. So let me tell you, just a few people, just 10,000 people, that can enact a difference in this world. And yeah, we are doing it for Forgotten Angels. That is the truth. But these are still two very badass bikes.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Shade tree, army, shade tree, army, armies of the night, evil taking flight. Shade tree, army, shade tree, army, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, panic spreading far and wide. Can the world oppose the deadliest of foes? Shade tree, army, shade tree, army, who will risk it all to end the evil call of shade tree, army, shade tree, army. They never give up, they never say die, walking tall with banners high. Shade Tree Army, a ruthless gang of scum, villains, freaks, and bikers determined to rule the world.